Hi, I'm Victor from JerryJoy, and we make virtual companions for seniors. So software doesn't have to be hard. Now today we're going to learn how to make Google your default search provider in Windows 7. Now of course you can use a variety of browsers in Windows 7, and each will have its own method for setting the search provider to Google, for example. But within Windows 7 you can actually have a search bar right on your desktop within Windows 7. And so how you do that is down here at the bottom. You see I already have it here. If you don't have it, you'll find under Toolbars the address bar. That's what that was. So if you don't have it, you just go under, right-click your taskbar under Toolbars, turn on the address bar. And you'll see here if I type something in here, if I type like a URL or something like that, it'll actually load up in my browser, which my default browser is Chrome, and so that pops up in there. And so you can also type in here a search term like test search, and you'll see that it runs a search in my default browser. But interestingly enough, even though my Chrome browser is set to use Google for its default search engine, you'll notice that when I typed it in on my Windows 7 taskbar, it used Yahoo. Now why is that? That's because Yahoo is set as my default search provider in Internet Explorer. And Windows 7 will just use the search provider that's set in Internet Explorer for its default search provider, regardless of what your primary browser is set as. So in this case, I want Google to be my default search provider in the Windows 7 taskbar. So when I type this in, I want this test search to be done in Google. So in order to do that, even though I use Chrome, I need to start up Internet Explorer. And I need to go into Internet Explorer. And you'll notice here, right next to the URL bar, where it says yahoo.com right now, you can see, if you click this little drop down here, at the bottom you can choose from a couple different search providers here. There's Yahoo, there's Bing. Now if I click Add, it'll open up the Internet Explorer gallery, and you can add Google search. So you click that, and add to Internet Explorer. Make this my default search provider. Just check that off, and click Add. Now, if I type in test search, you'll notice it's already defaulted to Google. And so if I press enter, you'll notice in Internet Explorer it runs Google. So now I don't need Internet Explorer anymore. All I wanted to do was set the default search provider. Because if I go down to my Windows 7 search bar here, or URL bar, and I type in test search, it'll load up in my default browser of Chrome test search in Google. There you have it. So make sure that you set the Internet Explorer's default search provider to whatever search provider you want as the Windows 7 search provider. And then that will work no matter what your default browser is. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm Victor from JerryJoy, and we're in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Thanks for watching.